Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Lesego Motswane for those of you who are new here, and to all my returning subscribers, welcome back. So in today's conversation with her, I have a fellow endo babe, an endo warrior, Lesego. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are going to discuss a condition that's often referred to as the twin sister of endometriosis.
The evil twin
the
sister.
Evil twin sister, yay! The evil twin sister. Shoo!
Yeah.
Okay, before we get started, I just want you to just give us a snippet of who you are, what you do, and then we will get into the crux of things.
Okay, my name is Lesego Motswane.
Yes.
And I'm from Soweto, Diepkloof.
Okay.
I run an organization that supports women struggling with gynecological conditions. There's Ratabato Foundation. And I am a PR and communication specialist by profession.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's basically what I do. I just advocate for women.
Yeah, that's great. And
Yeah.
let me tell you, we really need so many women advocating for themselves and others, because we go through so much and we end up just being so silent, because when we talk about our pain, we are often told, whatever, or
You like
this,
complaining, rata
yeah,
drama.
rata drama. And to be quite honest, I mean, like, these conditions are brutal.
Yo,
Haholo.
like too much.
Oh my gosh.
They're horrendous.
They are. So we are going to be talking about adenomyosis. Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yeah, some doctors call it adenomyosis. Some say adenomyosis. So yeah, we just don't know
Same,
the correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so as we said, it is endometriosis is evil twin sister. But the thing about Lesego is that she also lives with endo. So it's two crippling conditions that you have to live with. And like, I mean, you look good.
Thank you.
You look good. And I know this is the misconception that we get, that because you look good, you do not look sick.
Yeah, that's the problem. You can't look like your sickness. You can't look like right.
Yeah.
You know, because then that's the more they're going to say, oh,
yeah,
move on. Attention
it's
seeker.
attention seeker, and we are not attention seekers. Wakula, and it can't be. So I just want to know, and I want everyone else to learn today, what is adenomyosis?
Okay, adenomyosis is when the lining of the uterus goes inside the uterine, and it causes the uterus to double in size.
Okay.
So sometimes you will feel it. When you have adenomyosis, you will feel it. Because the uterus doubles in size. Sometimes it feels heavy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I sometimes say to my mom that, you know what, I think my uterus is tired.
Oh.
Because that's how it feels like.
Yeah.
I think it's tired. You know, like it's like, you know,
Yeah.
you know, so yeah, it causes the uterus to double in size, and it's also painful.
I can imagine.
It's also painful because it shares the same symptoms as endometriosis.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it's endo times 2. When I talk to people, what I say to them is that in simple terms, the endo attacks my uterus and other organs from outside. And then the adeno attacks my uterus from the inside.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it's double the pain. At first I couldn't differentiate between the endo pain, but now I'm like, this pain.
And this pain, endometriosis. Oh my God.
And sometimes you have like 5 different pains at the same time.
Yeah. A true warrior. And you, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And what are the signs and symptoms? Because you did mention that they share some signs. Are there any differences?
Not really. Hey? I think the only difference is that the only cure for adenomyosis is hysterectomy.
Removing the uterus.
And you know, both both diseases, they don't know what the cause is.
Yeah.
You know, so they obviously cannot tell you that no, this will heal you. So they just remove the uterus. The symptoms, it's dyspareunia, which is painful sex. It is the cramping. It is the heavy bleeding. You also get the clots, like really
the big clots.
And sometimes prolonged periods.
Okay.
And you know, it's just the same as endometriosis. You know, the cramping and what is that thing they call? They call it a period flu.
Oh, when you sneeze. When you sneeze and it Oh my gosh. And how long did you live with the pain before you got diagnosed, or before you realized that, you know what, something is up, something is wrong?
Okay, the endometriosis, I got diagnosed in 2011.
Okay.
So I've been living with pain, I'd say that from the first day that I went on my periods. Because I felt pain, and I said, fortunately my mom was home, and I was like, you know what, I'm in pain. She's like, no, go to the bathroom and check. You know, when I got to the bathroom, like, I'm on my period. So from day one,
it was just,
you know,
a journey.
And in 2002 or 2003, I then went to see a gynae, and he said I have ovarian cyst. But you know, because my mom is a professional nurse, she prolonged the, you know, trying to get a second opinion and all until I finished varsity. I started working. I got my own medical aid, and I went to the gynae, and she was like, no, it's ovarian cyst. Took out the first cyst, second cyst, the third lab scope. That's when the doctor discovered that, no man, you also have endometriosis. And I went in for the fourth and fifth. And so the doctor in 2019, I was like, no man, go have an HSG, which they check the tubes and all. So that's when they discovered that I also have adenomyosis.
So it has been a journey. So, okay, you mentioned ovarian cyst. So you also had ovarian cyst, or was it, because I know in most cases endometriosis, the chocolate cyst, the endometrioma, doctors will often say that it is ovarian cyst, especially those that don't really have knowledge about endometriosis. So was it ovarian cyst, or was it an endometrioma?
Ovarian cyst.
It was an ovarian cyst.
The last surgery, it was both.
Oh my goodness.
Because I was like bleeding brown all the time. And you know, another thing, I don't want to discredit medications or anything like that. But I think some of the medication that they give us just make us worse.
You know, I'm telling you, I'm thinking one day we really need to sit down and have a conversation about what we go through in the medical, with the medical professionals. It's a journey. It is a journey.
You know, sometimes it's like they make everything worse.
Sure. So how many surgeries did you have all in all?
So far I've had 5. So far I'm due for my 6th one. And I'm like
5 surgeries. No, I've had 2, and I'm due for my 3rd. But I am really
you get to a point where you're like, no. Like, you know what? It's too much.
It's too much, because how many times are you going to go under the knife?
For the same thing.
The same thing.
Like, you know. So right now, I'm just under pain management.
What are you taking for your pain?
Still pain. And tramadol. That's all for now.
Every day.
Every day.
It's an everyday. Like when I tell people that we live in pain every day, it's like, what do you mean?
They like giving me like the jabs and everything. For when I'm at home. So last night around 11, and I'm like, you know what, I'm in pain. But you know what, I'm going to stick this one out. If I get pain in the middle of the night, if it gets worse, I'm coming to your room. She's like, you know what, let's get it over and done with right now.
Right now, so that you don't have to.
So last night around 11,
yeah,
I got another jab for pain, and yeah.
This is the life that we live. Shoo! It is so hectic.
It's very hectic, so hectic that sometimes when you have to leave the house, you get a panic attack.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You don't know, like, people, you don't know if people will understand what you're going through, and you know, it's,
And I think this is why I started, and I'll always say this is why I started this channel, and this is why I decided that I also just want to share as much information as possible, because I want people to understand that, listen, this is not all in my head. This is not made up. I'm really in pain.
In a lot of pain.
In a lot of pain, and everyday life for me is not the same. You know, like today I can have a good day and not experience any pain, but tomorrow it can be completely different.
Or you wake up fine.
Yeah.
Yo, fine, on top of the world.
On top of the world.
Give it 30 minutes.
It's like, who do you think you are?
Or you wake up fine and you decide, you know what, today got cleaner.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite one.
Yeah. Today got cleaner. Yo, and you go all out and it says,
sit down.
Beat leather.
I'm back. And how did you get diagnosed?
Through a laparoscopy.
So that's how it's
2011.
That's how it's diagnosed, Vele.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, because on the scans and everything, you can't see it.
Yeah.
So they just have to open you up and check, and yeah. So the adenomyosis was, I don't know whether it was because the radiographer did an intense, it was painful.
Yeah.
The HSG was very painful.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I also did a hysteroscopy as well.
Yeah.
Just to check what's happening, where they put a camera inside.
Just to see what's happening.
It is painful. It is painful. It's so painful that I nearly passed out.
Yeah.
I think my body went into shock.
Yeah. Yeah.
So afterwards, at least they were like, you know what, just rest a bit. They got me medication, and then, yeah, I called my mom to fetch me at the hospital because
you couldn't. Sure. So much strength to you and so much love. Like, just dealing with one condition is a lot. So I can imagine now having to deal with two. How do you manage your mental health?
Through support.
Yeah.
You know, support is very important.
Yeah.
Support from your family and friends.
Yeah.
Obviously, in your circle, there are those that will be like, "Kanto hafol."
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
So there's that one who will understand and are willing to go through the journey with you. So the support is very important, and praying as well.
Yeah.
I pray about it a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Also talking helps as well.
I found that it does. And I found that when somebody asks me questions, I'm like, oh wow, you actually do care. And that really, like, it changes my whole outlook of the condition and like support around me. So that is quite true.
Yeah, and you get people referring people to you, like,
go
there. Here's her number.
Talk to her.
Talk to her. And
encourage. Let her encourage you. You know. Oh my gosh, Lesego, this is like, I'm like just trying, and I don't like saying I can't imagine, but like, it is a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It also when it comes to employment as well. Because they now look at your CV like, endometriosis, sorry, we can't. Absentee because of pain.
Yeah. Do you put it on your CV? Or do you inform them?
Yeah. Because if you don't talk about it, then it's a problem. Because but you didn't disclose. And then you talk about it, they don't employ you. You know,
stuck between a rock and a hard place. Jeez. I was diagnosed with endo in 2020, right? And I remember when I went in for surgery, okay, the doctor that I had was just a bit weird because he didn't explain it. He just said, you know, we're going in for a lab and yeah, you know, we're going to remove an endometrioma. Solely that conversation, I couldn't even have it with my boss. It was only after the second surgery, that's when I was just like, yo, by the way, you know. But you are right in terms of career opportunities. We don't get career opportunities. We miss out on so many career opportunities because you think, okay, if I do get this job, 3 weeks down the line, definitely there's going to be, I need to stay home because I'm not feeling well.
You know, fortunately, the first 3 surgeries, you know, I had the best boss ever. You know, I remember the day before I was admitted, you know, my colleagues, they came together, they prayed for me.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And, you know,
man, that's so much love.
So, yeah, 2014, when I went in for my 4th surgery, I was in another province and it was a man and it was like, okay.
Whatever.
You know?
She's and then I just want us to go into details about the differences between endo and adenomyosis so that we can clearly understand the differences.
I see the differences are like so minimal because they both cause pain. They both hurt your uterus. The difference is just that endometriosis moves around your body. With me, it was one in my colon, my left rib.
Oh my word.
So, the endometriosis moves around. The adenomyosis is just
stays inside.
It stays inside and it just attacks your uterus from the inside and it doesn't move around. So I think in a way they, you know, it's like they both
having 2 evil sisters against you.
So that's why the difference is just minimal because it's just endo moves around, this one just stays there. And because it fertility as well. It affects your fertility as well. And so difference, that's why sometimes you can't even tell adenomyosis, but you don't know. Because now you feel all of these things and you just tell yourself, right, get in.
It's not. And the treatment options available, are they also the same as endo or do they treat it slightly different to endometriosis?
You know, with adenomyosis, they encourage hysterectomy, of which with me it's not an option. It's not an option because I don't have children yet. So I want to have kids and I know I'm going to have kids. You know, I know that I'm going to have kids. And also the hormones, they like giving us the contraceptives and and you know, those chemotherapy drugs and all. And they, for me, honestly, they've never worked. They've never worked. They've put me on on menopause. Medical menopause. They've put me on that menopause. I think for 3 months I was menopausing, and it was winter, and I was hot.
So, but why do they put you on? What are they trying to achieve with that?
Firstly, so that I don't go on my periods, because they have this thing, if you don't go on your periods, then you won't experience any pain.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
Oh, it's okay.
It doesn't. I think that's the reason why I'm so against contraceptives when dealing with endometriosis. You cannot suppress my period thinking that I won't be in pain, exactly, or that this thing is not going to grow back.
And yeah, so it was just the medical menopause, and what else did I have to go through?
Sure.
Yeah, so it's just those things, like they're just trying to, they're experimenting with us, you know, trying to see what will work, and what won't. And they're trying to put everything together for us, like this will work for all of you, and we are not the same.
We're not the same.
We don't respond to medication the same. So
that is so true. We are not the same. And this is another reason why, like, we both have endometriosis, but it has affected us completely different. The endometriosis was found in my bowel. It was found, obviously, on my ovaries, because I had the endometrioma. It was found, I think, in my rectum. So you are speaking, like, it was found on your rib. That's why it cannot, you're right, Ori, we cannot all be grouped in or put in one basket.
We are not the same. We don't respond to medication the same. So, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I don't even want to say we are brave, because, well, that's the only thing that we are actually left to be, just to be brave and strong.
And homonati, because we understand what we are going through, you know, in the endo community, and we can talk about it and advise each other and all.
But it's a lot.
It's a lot. It is a lot, you know, because sometimes, you know, my family would leave and I'd be at home, working at home. And when they come back, like, and they're like, you know what? You don't know the energy it takes me just to stand up and take this plate and put it in the kitchen. For me, sometimes it is a mammoth task. So at that time, you know, libana, they are human. You know, like, you know, libana, as who they are frustrated at me. They're frustrating the condition. You know. And you know, so sometimes my mom likes saying, it's a mine.
Unfortunately.
She likes saying that.
Oh, man.
But you know, so you know, like washing the dishes. It's not that you don't want to. Say one, say two,
and thank you.
Now your whole body is inside the sink. You're trying to.
I was like, okay, I can say you, but that is our reality. That is our reality.
You know, Sunday lunch takes you 4 hours to cook.
Oh my gosh.
Because now you're cooking at your own pace, so that, you know, you accommodate the pain.
You cook, and I normally take breaks. So I cook and I go sit down and take a breather. But one thing that I also like saying is I will pay for convenience. And my friends like laughing. But guys, you don't understand. I pay for convenience because I have no choice. So listen, I will go and buy that food.
you don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice. You really do not have a choice.
You don't have a choice. You will go and buy, because now for you cooking is a mission. And people don't understand. Like, no.
And I don't like that. I've been told that I'm lazy, and like every time I hear somebody saying somebody's lazy, not knowing what is the reason why.
Because they don't understand that the pain affects our legs as well.
A sharp pain down your leg that you can't even explain.
Sometimes you can't even feel your thighs. You
So now
can't
you
feel your
imagine.
thighs. And now I have to stand there in the kitchen and I have to wash the dishes. I have to cook, and
then after that,
it hits 10
it
times
does.
harder.
It does. That is so true. Oh my word, like I don't even know what to say. I just don't know what to say. Like it's insane. Like I always say that.
It is. It is. And people don't understand. Yo, they don't understand. Rabocha.
Rabocha.
No, Rabocha straight.
Angere. Sure.
Rabocha, and people don't understand that, you know what? We go through a lot.
Yeah. So you also mentioned that it also affects your fertility. I'm so sorry for that.
Yeah, it's painful.
Yeah.
But my brothers have babies. They each have a daughter, and they're mine.
Yeah. Yeah. I 100%
They're
get
mine.
you.
You're not able to talk because I'm 39. I'm almost 40.
Yeah.
And now, I don't have any kids. It's painful, but you keep about, what, keep
Yeah. And how has it affected your romantic relationships as well as the platonic relationships?
I don't even go there anymore.
Yeah.
Because now I have to always explain myself.
Yeah.
We're not like, what, sharp.
It's all good. It's all good.
You need someone who will understand.
Yeah.
Because I sent to
Yeah.
I always say, what, I've got this condition.
Yeah.
These are the symptoms, and this is what you should expect, and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I think maybe buying a light.
Yeah.
And then when it happens, yo, can't go hectic so. And so for now, break. Yeah.
Taking it easy, focusing on yourself, focusing on your healing journey. Yeah. I get it. But it's okay. One day, what look. Yeah, what look. Like, I think, endometriosis has messed. It has literally messed up my life so much. Yes, so I understand you when you're at the point where you're like, it's okay. Like if you don't understand, you don't understand, and it's fine. I will move on. Life will continue for me, and life will definitely continue. Yeah. Oh, man. Is there anything else that you would want to share with us that we should know regarding adenomyosis?
I think just for endo warriors to just take care of themselves.
Yeah.
The rate at which the warriors are committing suicide, it's very scary.
Yeah.
And it's not that attention. It's the lack of understand around the people that are around them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also the doctors gaslighting us.
Yes.
The doctors gaslighting us. All of that, it gets too much for one person.
Yeah.
One female doctor.
Yeah.
The reason why I don't want to have a female doctor is because female doctors don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
She once looked at my file.
Yeah.
It was the first time that I consulted with her.
Yeah.
She's like, why not just accept that you can't have children?
Excuse me?
And sisters like, serious, just accept that you can't have children. Even I'm closing your file because there's nothing more that we can do for you.
Excuse me?
There's nothing more that we can do for you, so and sisters like our Shambatu, house are something yana for paying. She's like, I'm not sure it's a file is a reception. And you know, I was with my mother that day and she was waiting outside. I didn't tell her what she said. I just said, the doctor closed my file. I didn't tell her who the doctor said
this.
Because it was going to, I think it was going to hit harder on her than Mona.
Yeah.
You know.
Because they literally carry our pain.
So I was like, you know what, I'm not going to tell her, I'm just going to say the doctor closed my file. And she's like, but why? Did she at least give you something for pain? And I said, no. She's like, you know what, it was one of the public hospitals.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know what, it's fine. Let her close the file. We will start the process afresh. We will start the process afresh. Let's go. We'll try another referral letter from the GP and then we'll start appointment. You know. I didn't tell her that. It's just accept you can't have children. Yeah.
I've got problems with doctors. I don't want to, like, I've had such bad experiences with doctors. Like, literally, I'm even tearing up hearing you because, like, the medical gaslighting is it's too much. It's so unbearable.
Take your feelings into consideration. It's, you know, it's bad. It's very bad.
Yeah. I'm so sorry you had to experience that.
Yeah, no, I'm over it. You know, Billy, I would be so teary, like, you know what, this doctor, like, she doesn't know what I'm going through, you know, but, you know,
as you said, through prayer and having a solid support system. Sure.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
It helps a lot. It helps a lot.
Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for the work that you do.
Thank you so much.
No, really, we need more people like you in our communities. We need more people to talk about periods. I think, like, we've made periods such a taboo conversation to have, you know, that people are suffering and, like, we don't even know that they are suffering. So thank you so much for the work that you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure. We'll continue to have more conversations around adenomyosis and endometriosis. I think maybe next time we can sit down and talk about our experience with endo and how we can, like, try and help other endo warriors or someone like teenagers. I'm more worried. I think my worry now is around teenagers because we all started experiencing painful periods around our teenage years, but it was only later that we got diagnosed.
Yes,
so all those years. So I think if we can start sharing information with young people now so that we alert them and say that this is not normal.
Yeah, because I'm actually in the process of, I'm planning to do school visits.
Yeah.
I think it's very important that, you know, from grade 7 upwards. You know.
Yeah, people, like, we need to definitely talk about these. Oh, thank you so much for availing yourself and sharing your story. I mean, we don't have any other option but to be strong, you know.
That's true.
Your story is going to inspire so many people, and I know that your story is going to get people moving. You know, they want to go get checked up and see if, you know, there's anything that they think is strange that they are going through. Yeah, so thank you so much for this.
Thank you. We need each other. We need to keep talking about this.
Yeah, definitely. Conversations will continue. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that this has been insightful and inspirational. I will see you guys next time. You can follow us Lesego on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, on Twitter as well.
Okay, yeah. And then we can, like, all know what you are up to. I know you share quite a lot about your journey, so yeah, follow her so that we can learn more about adenomyosis as well as endometriosis and many other conditions that we experience as individuals.
Can I also mention something?
Yeah.
You know, so I have lymphedema.
Okay.
I have lymphedema. I know I'm going off a bit,
No, it's
but
okay.
it's to do with.
Yeah, it's okay.
It was also caused by the endometriosis. It affected my lymphatic system.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have lymphedema on both my feet.
Okay. Can you explain what lymphedema is?
It is when the lymphatic system is clogged up.
Okay.
And then it causes, it's sort of like water retention, but it's not water retention. And then the area that is affected gets swollen.
Okay.
For me, it's on both my feet, especially on, I will show you.
Yeah.
Especially on my right side. Yes, and yeah, it's the lymphedema and the migraines as well.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
There's a young lady who was struggling with migraines, and I said, you know what, I think go to a gynae, go see a gynae. It could be endo or adenomyosis. Yeah.
So you have endo that then causes another condition. And now you have to try and manage all three of these conditions. Yeah. That is a lot for one person. That is a lot for one person.
Yeah, but you know what? We have to be strong.
Yeah.
Because there's no one fighting for us.
Yeah.
So
definitely no one fighting for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, that's it. That's it.
Sure. No, like literally prayers and strength to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
But you are going to inspire a whole generation. Like, no doubt, you are going to inspire a whole generation. And I know even through this conversation, a lot of people will be asking questions and they will go and look for answers, you know. So thank you so much for being so vulnerable with your journey.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. I hope this was insightful, as I said. Yeah, for now, it is goodbye from us.
Thank you.